Hello and welcome to episode 15 on how to make a GTA 5 style game in Unity 3D. Today we're going to be doing things like basic combat, so hitting people around the face, all that good stuff, and then I guess we'll do health at some point as well. So for now, just open up the weapon scripts, which I've already done, which is good, and we want to go in update, go if type of weapon is equal to weapon type dot melee. Open a code block. We want to go we want to create a new method, so method melee handler, yeah, why not, that'll do. And then we want to call in the if type of weapon, else if type of weapon. In the else if statement, we want to go melee handler. Just call that. It's good. Right. So now we need to create. Let's close that. Yeah. Now we need to create some variables for our damage and all that good stuff. So what we want to do is go, I'm going to do damage for the melee at the moment. Public float melee damage. I think that's it, because there's not really range because you can do it with hitboxes. Yeah, I guess that's it. Melee damage. Okay, fair enough. Now, what we want to do is go. We want to check if you press the input .get button down 0, which is left click. We then want to do our hitting logic, which will be an animation, which will be done at some point later on. Right, so now what we need to do is set up our weapon. What's that? Oh, oops. Got get mouse button down. Yeah, it's get mouse button down, not get button down. Okay, so now I'm just going to create a capsule. I'm gonna make it thin and long, like a baseball bat. This is trying to get it to like, yeah, there, that'll do. So now we want to add, how do I do this? Weapon, item. Okay, now we want to add. Now I'm going to name it baseball bat for now. Baseball bat. We want to add the item instance script to it, and yeah. Go for something. No. Right. So now we want to just drag it into our items, and go in Game Manager, all items, a new one, cylinder. Baseball bat, and just drag that on, and I'll just leave the icon as it was before, and so we should be able to get our baseball bats in our chests now. Okay, so now what we want to do is have it so that we go, we want to, how are we going to do this? We want to create a new method in the weapon, void on collision enter, and we need to give it the parameter of collision, and just name it other, or core actually. Now we want to go if call dot collider. It's going to hit. Does it have a? It has a capture collider on the. Okay, good. Dot. Collider dot get component. Player. Ping. Player controller. Okay, that's apparently not what it's called. Player controller. Yes. We then want to do damage to the player. So, actually what would be better is if we create a variable of type player controller. Player controller PC equals call.collider.getComponent player controller. And then we want to go if PC, so that checks for this not null. We go, now we want to open up the player controller script. And go, and we need to create a health thing now. Oops. So we go public. We want it to be an int, don't we? Int health. So max health would be 100. So in start, wherever that is, we need to go health equals 100. And now we need to create a method for taking away health. So public void take damage float damage, yeah, just that. And then we just want to go health minus equals damage. Very simple. So now we want to go pc.take damage, and then we go melee damage. Now it's not going to actually do anything at the moment because it won't swing and be able to hit anything, and I have an error. Okay, it can't take away a float from an int, which is useful. Okay, so let's make health a float, actually, not an int. There we go. So now I will just set up the damage for the baseball bat. Let me add my weapon script to it and set it as melee. Damage will be 40. So, and then we want to set up the hand position, I guess. Actually, no, we don't need to do that because it's not a gun. It will just spawn in the hand. So, if we start, and I want to find it, there should be a baseball bat. Hopefully there will be one in there. There's nothing in there that's useful. Right. Okay, the reason there is no baseball bat is because I saved it. And we have an error as well. No offense. Okay, that's fine. Let me just find where I saved it, and I will remove the save, and hopefully a baseball bat will spawn. Okay, well I deleted the save, and it turns out we get an error if there isn't a save file. On line 149. Okay, so the reason is it can't find in-hand instance. So what we need to do is go where we have if in-hand does not equal item.none, we want to go if in-hand instance. What is in-hand instance? Sorry, where is it? Okay, game object does not equal null. That should get rid of that error. We also have that, but that's not really much of a problem. So now, hopefully that error should be gone. There we go, we have no error. And then I will go in this chest and hope there's a baseball bat. Fingers crossed. Well, we have not got any baseball bats. That's useful. Okay. We have cubes, spheres, cylinders. And a capsule. But no baseball bats. Apparently. The reason there were no baseball bats spawning is because in loot chests we had in R equals random.range game manager.instance.allitems.count -1. Get rid of that -1 and baseball bats should spawn. Or they will spawn rather. So, I bet there's not going to be one spawn now, is there? No, that's typical. Come on. Nope. Again, for God's sake. Come on, cube. This is just typical. There we go, baseball bat. There are loads of baseball bats. Loads of them. So, if we... There we go, baseball bat. And if I just go I, apply my baseball bat, and it freezes. Why have you frozen? What is going on? Hold on. Okay, the reason it froze is because we had an error. Turns out, what we need to do is go in the onAnimator IK in player controller. We need to go if W does not equal null, and W dot weapon type of weapon is equal to weapon type dot gun. So that way, the inverse kinematics will only work on guns and not melee weapons. Also, I didn't save my thing before, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, good. There's a baseball bat. Yeah. Baseball bat spawned first time. So now, if I go and select it, it won't freeze, but it will look a bit funny because I made it too long and gave the pivot point a bit of a strange position. Oh, so baseball bat. Close it. Sign it. There we go. As you can see. Now, if I don't know whether my health is going down. The playable character's health is going down. No, I don't think his health is. Okay, no, his health isn't. If I go and try and hit Vincent with it. Hopefully his health will. That didn't work. Come back. There we go. Hopefully his health will have gone down by quite a lot. No, didn't go down at all. What? It seems to go straight through them. It's a bit weird. I'm just positioning it so it actually looks decent. There. Okay. Now he actually is holding it properly. Obviously it won't spawn like that next time, that was just temporary. But hopefully... Why is his health not going down? Okay. I'll just debug out here and I will be back. Okay, the reason the collision wasn't working was because we need to add a rigid body to the baseball bat. So go click on the baseball bat, add component, rigid body, and then check is kinematic. So that way it doesn't fall through the ground or whatever. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just set up the baseball bat so it actually looks decent. But I will just show you that taking damage does work. So, for my no, I am Justin. Okay. You can see there's my health down there. I also put in a collision, not collision, a debug.log, so I know when I've collided with something and with a player. So if I bet there's not going to be a baseball bat in here now. Okay, oops, hang on. Baseball bat. As you can see, I got collided with a player, and then as I walk, my health starts to go down. Minus 20, minus 60. There we go. Nothing actually happens. Oh. Damn physics though. So yeah, that's just because of bad scaling by me. So hopefully it'll be slightly better now, but obviously it's still going to be holding it strange, so we can just do that later on and change out the pivot points and everything. In fact, I'll do that in a second. Okay. Hold on. So, baseball bat, close, select, that's better, size wise, and still collides with himself there. Okay, so what we want to, I'm just going to set up a pivot point for this, and to do that, what you have to do is go game manager, create empty, and I'm just going to name that baseball bat, and drag the baseball bat as a child of it, and set it to position 0, 0, 0. You can leave the scale as is, and we have to copy item instance onto the parent object, the weapon onto the parent object. Whoa, yeah, that's gonna work. That'll be fine. And then we want to copy the capsule collider as well. Paste that. And then we also want to copy the rigid body. So paste the rigid body, and I will just set this all up. 0.06, that looks about right. Size being 1, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.23. Now I will just remove everything not needed from the child. Remove, and I will move it up. So the pivot is there, and I will go up a bit more. Okay, so now I want to change the Y position of my collider, so but you can go change the Y in center. So what is that? Just copy the Y position of the mesh and put it there. 0.5 for me. And there we go. 0.5, and it is there, and the player want to hold it from there. Now we have to redo that as a prefab and assign it all again, unfortunately, but oh well. So apply, and I'll just reassign it into this, so baseball bat. There we go. I'll just save it and play. Just run down there. I should probably move it a bit closer. Yeah. There we go, much closer. So now there we go. Now it's a bit weird, to be fair. Reason being, the rotation's a bit strange. So there we go. Now it still collides with him, which we're going to have to change later on, so it doesn't collide with the holder. But for now, that is perfectly fine. I guess we can scale it down a bit. Move that. There we go. That's better, but it still collides with him, unfortunately. But yeah, and he's taking damage, so he's killing himself. He has minus 1,860 health. But yeah, so that's that episode done. Next episode we'll be continuing on with this and all that good stuff. So yeah, cheers for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.